an absolute grail for any discerning neo-vintage collector of fine timepieces. Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. Today, thanks to the ColleKtor here in Hong Kong, we discover a timepiece from the 90s or early 2000s, one out of only 50 Worldtimer chronographs produced by Andersen Geneve. Sven Andersen, the co-founder of the Academy of Independent Watchmaker, is Danish, born in the early 40s. In the 70s, he worked for about 9 years for the Grand Complication department of Patek Philippe before going independent. And in the late 80s, he started producing in a small series and unique pieces on demand, some beautiful Worldtimers, and to this day Andersen Geneve is very known for producing those, some of them in cooperation now with Benjamin Chi for the BCHH brand. I have presented those to you before on the channel, and you have seen them competing in the last GPHG. But this timepiece here, with the chronograph, is yes, just one of about 50 pieces produced in different metals. The one we have here is yellow gold, and a lot of it at that. And others had different materials, white gold and maybe other dials. Here what we have is a cream dial with a pebbly texture and mixed with blue accents on the circumference. The Grail is also has this pebbly texture. You might see it if I zoom like this. Blued hands, as you can see. The second hand counter, the running seconds is at the 9 o'clock. The chronograph we have here is a Lemania base. I'm not sure which one from the pusher feel. I would say probably the cam base type, but I might be wrong. This could be the 2310 base. Got a soft push. Obviously, this watch is not brand new. This is probably from the 90s, possibly early 2000s at best. It's been worn, but overall in beautiful condition, light signs of oxidation only, and only a tiny bit of damage on, I can notice on the center of the subdial counter for the hours, which as you can see is sunken in. You can see the hour markers, those little plots of gold. Dimensions wise, pretty much ideal at 39 millimeter by 12, the large bezel, and relatively large versus the dial gives an impression that the watch is more massive than it is. As you can see on my wrist, it wears perfectly and has a neo-vintage charm. Sven Andersen admired the Louis Gauthier Worldtimers system that Patek used, and so he created some Worldtimers himself. How to use it? It's very simple. Everything is coordinated. There's only one position. You pull the crown. As you can see, you just set the time where you are. Let's say it's 3:40. You can see 3:40 there. And all you have to do is just set the place where you are. Let's say if you are in Sydney, there you go. You put it at 12, and then you can have a reference for the rest of the world. Here, I'm in Hong Kong. And by the way, this bezel has you can feel some notches, some indentations, very soft click. maybe worn out over time a little bit. And here everybody will be happy in this region because we have both Hong Kong and Beijing, which is a nice touch and that you don't often see. And of course, these watches, you don't often see them. The ColleKtor, always on the lookout for those very unique timepieces. We can admire the beautifully, I believe these are welded lugs. You can see with the different levels on them. Welded, and then everything is polished around to remove the signs of the welding. This is the case back. You get a lot of gold. This is a weight-wise imposing timepiece, but dimensions-wise very agreeable. So I want to thank the ColleKtor for sharing this one with us. You're unlikely to ever see any one of those. Much more common are, of course, the simple Worldtimers without the chronograph. This is obviously a manual wound watch in a well-preserved condition. Bye-bye, guys.